Hello and welcome back to Brickworld, to another new update here on my English channel about my Lego City project. And in today's update we are going to work in that area you can see right now. That's a marketplace in front of the very big train station, and that's where we're going to close some gaps there. There's a very big gap as you can see, but that's something we are going to work on today. And I'm using one official Lego set as a base for some stuff for today, and that's what we're going today. Starting with a little speed build of that official Lego set I have showed you just a few moments ago. I already built the minifigures. I'm also building now the car by the manual, and that's something I often do in the Lego City project in my brick world. I'm using some official sets. Sometimes I'm just using them as they are. Sometimes I'm using them at a basement or inspiration, like I did it with some modular buildings like the brick bank I have used as a base for my own brick bank, as you can see it in the city. It's not finished yet, but that's something I'm going to finish in the future. And already that's how I did it here with the car. It's already placed here. I've added some light inside. I also added some light at the roof. I'm not quite sure if I want to leave that like it is with that changing color, because the blue is good, but the other color is not very good. It's looking very, very strange, I think. That's something I want to change. Light is something that's also added at another location. I have these two lampposts. These are already pre-done lampposts from my lightning partner Illuminate Your Bricks. I already added some of these black lampposts here in the area. I'm also adding now two more, and here you can see why I did not do so much in that old city area behind the city wall, because that's my only way I can move onto the table and work here right now. I also can bend myself over on the table, but that's not quite easy. It's a little bit complicated, and it's much more easier if you can stay here directly where you are going to work. As I'm adding here the light, it's much more easier, and I have to see how I'm going to do it. But when I have finished all of that marketplace stuff, I can go back to that area with the old city behind the city wall and build there some more stuff. But until I'm not finished here with that stuff, it's not possible. Now we can see I have added the lamp to the cables, and now I'm not quite sure where I'm going to place them. That's something it's not. You have to do a little bit try and error here to show or to look how it's a good location. You have to look how the light is going and where you are going to build it. Now that's a little speed build of a little part of the cobblestone here I'm using on the marketplace. I have two different styles of cobblestone. That's the easier part, where I'm just adding two layers of plates and then adding those light bluish gray and dark bluish gray tiles, plates, etc. And there's a much more complicated way to add cobblestones to my area. I'm using some of these headlight bricks, but that's something you have already seen another update. I'm now adding it right here. That's going to the edge of that 48 by 48 base plate, because it has to be still modular. And here is the start of another build for the marketplace, something a lot of fans, especially on the German channel, have said again and again in the last month. They want to have a fountain on the marketplace, and now that's the base idea I have. I want to have a round fountain here with a statue in the middle, and I want to add some light to it because it looks maybe better. I don't know, but that's the main idea I have. I have two circles, and now I'm using these blue strip lights from my lightning partner and adding them into the base of the fountain, and then I'm going to put just a lot of dark trans blue G-slopes on it, like you can see it here, to simulate that water. And I hope that it looks quite nice when the blue light comes from below the water and illuminates the water That's something I'm not really sure how it would look, and we can see it in just a moment. So write me in the comments, what do you think about the lighting of that fountain? What do you think, especially about how I built that mountain? No, not mountain, it's a fountain. And as you also can see, I have added it on a plate with some more cobblestone, and I'm adding now a lot of these cheese loaves which I got sometime in the past at the Pick a Brick Wall in, I don't know where, maybe in Nuremberg or Cologne, I'm not sure, some city here in Germany. And we are adding now some more of these 2x2 tiles, and you can see where I have added the fountain is already illuminated in that color. And here's another part I want to add to the marketplace. It's there are two benches. There are some people. Here's one with his smartphone, and somebody is drinking. We have a bricking donuts package here and some other stuff, and that's we are going to add right here. So we have finished all of the parts here on that base plate. Now we have 539 inhabitants here in the city. It makes 3 more today. Yeah, it's a very big number, but I think there are going to be thousands and thousands more in the future years of that project. It's a big project. I'm adding a lot of people here in the city. Now we're going to add some flower area here to that area. Also, I already did some kind of that in other places of the marketplace. It's a very easy build, and I'm adding here a layer of reddish brown plates, and then I'm adding onto it some of these flowers in violet, and that's quite a task for a lot of time. Adding a little part here, and then we are going to add that big part in a minute to the left side here, right next to that benches. And you can see those modified bricks. That's the base for, as I have mentioned before, there's another type or style of cobblestone I'm using, and that's something we can see again in one of the future updates. Now I'm adding 1 or 2 or 3 another people here to the city, because the marketplace is a place where a lot of minifigures are walking or doing other stuff, eating, buying stuff, sitting on benches, etc., etc. And I'm also adding that farmers market figure. It's from the series 24 of the minifigure series, and I think it's a perfect place here right in front of that area. Now we have some little gap here. I was not able to close it because there's the place where a lot of cables are coming from below the table up, and now that that model is finished, also with the cable management and the lights, I can now install that little part with some box, etc., next to these market stands here, and closing that last gap in that area, and I think it looks much more better. Just have to add that back here in place, because I was not able to place my little part here with my hands, because it's not so much space to move anything here in that area. So I had to remove that part and adding it now back to that area. And yeah, that's it. You can see it in the night view. I have that really dark blue illuminated fountain. I'm really not sure what to do with it. It's I think it's too blue, and it looks like a UFO landed on the marketplace. I don't know. Write it in the comments. What do you think about it? But we have done what we wanted to do for today. We have added a lot of stuff here on the marketplace. We have closed big gaps, and the marketplace is it's on the way to be finished in one of the future updates. I think it's not so much left to do here. I think 2 or 3 updates and the marketplace will be finished, not in the next weeks, but I think in the next months. I think it will be finished in that year. And yeah, what do you think? Write it in the comments. As always, write me your ideas, write me whatever you want to say. And that's the end of the video, so I can say just bye.